Welcome to Bible for Overcomers. I want to just speak a little bit about remaining strong in the faith, continuing on. Let's just look quickly at Psalm 26 and verse 13. Psalm 26 and verse 13. I had fainted. We will faint. We will lose our enthusiasm. It is hard in this world with all the temptations and trials. But the psalmist says, I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Both here, this is the land of the living, and in eternity future. We know that God always reveals himself to us. He uplifts, revives us. As we draw closer to him, it's a Bible promise, he will draw closer to us. So, the psalmist is saying, with all that's going on right now in my life, I would have fainted if I didn't have that hope. The hope of Christ, the hope of God eternal. Now we have that hope, as the psalmist said, here in the present, no matter what our circumstances. I remember one time when I was absolutely flat on my back in the hospital, major procedure, and I'm not prone to emotion and interpreting everything as some do, not saying it critically, but as some do, attributing every up or down, to God moving upon them. We're rational, emotional beings, so we go through all kinds of feelings and of states of mind. But I remember being flat on my back and God drawing closer to me in that moment. And it was just one of euphoria. I know that God is with us and God will visit us in the present, in the land of the living, as David said, no matter what our circumstances. But also, and I think more of this is eternity future, that we are serving God. The Apostle Paul said, if we only had hope in this life, we would be the most wretched of all men. Why? Because at that time they were undergoing intense Roman Empire persecutions and persecutions from his countrymen, from Israel. So we can have absolute, massive visitations of God, both here to get us through, but we need to keep that faith about eternity future. Look at Matthew chapter 5. So you have 5, 6, and 7 there in Matthew, the Sermon on the Mount, according to Matthew. And you see, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they that hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So this verse right here, I had to circle it in my Bible. I had fainted. I will faint unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, verse 14 says. And he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And here in Hebrews, we'll end with this, Hebrews 10:35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which has great recompense of reward. Let us be strong in moving forward in Jesus. And when we are overwhelmed, we face great personal tragedy and loss, and we all dread that. And we don't have to just think of Job, right? We know from our own lives great periods of loss, of trial, of sadness. If you're not careful, sadness can lead into prolonged periods of depression. But regardless, we know that God, we always need to be strengthened in this. We will not faint because God is our strength in the land of the living and in that which is to come.